Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell Podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by Tyler Langley of Brighton Boys Cross Country. Tyler, how are you?
I'm great. How are you, Casey?
Doing well. Thanks for coming on again. So it's a big week for the team and the program, I should say, because cross country is conference. Conferences will be on Friday at Howell High School. So pretty fast course. But you guys have before we get to that, you guys have had some pretty big wins. You've also had some pretty tough losses as well. But you guys always seem to bounce back. It's like they didn't kick enough dirt on you, I guess.
Yeah, some great things about our team, and we're just such a tight knit group of athletes and runners, and also just people that whenever we hit a low, we're able to bounce back quickly. Our coach is always telling us the sun will rise tomorrow, the sun will rise tomorrow. No matter if we're at our highest high or our lowest low, we can always dig ourselves out of those canyons and get back to work and ready for that next meet.
Yeah. So you got conferences coming up. I know you've ran on that Howell course a little bit. What is Friday going to be like? It's going to be a lot of people. It's going to be a big test because obviously Northville will be there as well, along with the other members of the KLAA. But what's Friday going to be like, and how have you guys really kind of prepared for this week?
Yeah, I mean, Friday's gonna be probably maybe the fastest meet we race in all season. Definitely the fastest course. Gabriel Richard is normally our fastest course we race, and this year it had 4 inches of mud. Um, so getting out quick um, at how will be important just because there's a quick side angle that is kind of annoying to run on, to be honest. It's like my least favorite part, and it's pretty early in the course. And if you're not out fast, you're going to be really, really running on a big angle. And I don't really want to do that. So I'm going to get out fast, kind of put some control. I think all the guys will be doing the same thing. It'll be a fast course, be a great opportunity to compete. Northville's incredible. The KLAA is the best running conference in the state. It's not even close, and at least in my opinion.
Yeah.
Um, and we'll see what happens. Howell's definitely never hosted a meet this big on their course. I know they made some changes because of how big the meet is. We're not going over the big asphalt road anymore. That's a good thing. There's only a couple of quick road crossings, which is a big deal because road crossings on a cross country course with spikes in are just not the most ideal thing in the world.
Yeah.
It'll be good. I'm excited. As for how we've prepared this season or for this meet this week, it's really been like any other week. We're not gonna do much different. Still get our work in. Still looking forward to the state meet. This isn't the biggest meet of the season, so we're not changing much up. Just ready to compete, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Um, you talk about this. You guys are all really close to each other. What's that like, to have, the team chemistry with all 52 or 53 of you guys?
Yeah. So I mean, our team is some of the closest, probably the closest it's ever been. In the summer is when we build that camaraderie, and it really carries over to the season. And I think the best thing about it is every single guy knows that, hey, I have your back, whether it's in the classroom, something that's going on at home, or something that's going on in the course. And just having that person that you need when you need something's going wrong, you need to talk to someone, and everyone has that on the team, and everyone has a lot of people that can fill different roles, and it just creates an incredible experience. We have 53 guys and a coach, so or 52, I can't remember anymore.
Yeah,
Um,
right around there.
Creates just someone's experienced whatever's going on, So it allows you to have just a little bit more wiser um, choices, and it's just a great experience.
Tyler, you've kind of, it's over the years, have you're from freshman year to senior year, you've had a lot of growth, not just, physically, mentally, and really in all phases. When you look at yourself um, as a freshman, to looking at where you are now in all aspects of, not just as a runner, not just as a teammate, but just as an overall person, what do you see? What have you seen in yourself? Because I think I heard it a few weeks ago. It's like you're gonna be a different. I don't know if anyone's told you this, but some people say you're gonna be a different person when you first walk in to when you walk out. And it looks like that's pretty true with everybody.
Yeah, I definitely grown incredibly since I've joined cross country. And like freshman year, I was definitely more quiet. Um, I was almost always just like, I was focused on the task at hand, but didn't give myself time to have fun and enjoy some of the things I was accomplishing. And over the years, I've learned just to be myself more and to enjoy the little moments as well as the big ones. And I think it's made me a more happy person. And it's also led to some major changes in how I view leadership and how I lead as a person. And being able to go out and just be myself has allowed me incredible opportunities. And I think I've made a big impact on a lot of people's lives on this team.
Yeah,
And I wouldn't be able to do that without the growth that I have made, which was created by the upperclassmen ahead of me. So I'm thankful for them, and I'm thankful to keep returning the favor.
absolutely. Yeah, I mean, you're not just leader on this team. You're one of the captains, but of course, you're also one of the leaders in the school. Of course, you're in the leadership class, and of course, doing a lot of. And I know you're involved in so many different activities and all that stuff, and all that. But one more thing about with this meet on Friday, what do you guys feel like you have to do to take the conference? Because heading in, because the next 2 weeks regionals, and of course the big state meet at good old MIS. But what do you guys got to do to take this meet, and then of course heading into bigger races to come in the next 2 weeks?
For every meet, we're so deep that it comes down to really two things: competing well and racing as a unit. And as long as we compete well and race as a unit, I think everything's possible, and we can achieve great things. And so it won't take doing anything special. It'll simply take competing well and competing how we're capable, and then competing as a unit and working together to compete and win and succeed. And if we can't work together, I mean, it's a team. It's not a individual sport. It's just a team sport. So we've been learning how to do that all season. Been learning how to race well together, and I think at this point in the season, we've really came up with a group of 7 guys that can truly race together. And actually, we have more than 7 guys that can race together. We have 9 right now, maybe 10 that can compete at an incredibly high level. And I mean, we probably have 12 guys that could make varsity on almost every single team in the state. So we'll see how it goes. If we compete well, we'll win. And I think that's what it comes down to.
And don't forget anybody.
And yeah, I'm going through it, and I'm like, I mean, we're just so deep. I'm incredibly blessed. And I have to give credit to Northville too, because they are also just incredibly deep. And so both programs, I mean, they're going to give us some crazy competition, even on our best, even when we compete at our best, they still like they're still so deep too that they're always going to give us a little bit of hard time, and we'll see what happens. But we're really focused on the state meet too, I will say that LC doesn't talk much about the conference meet. He really cares about that state meet victory. So we'll see what happens. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So let me ask you about the state meet. Okay. So obviously the state meets at Michigan International Speedway. Obviously, if you follow this channel, you know I've been up there for cross country, and you obviously I've been up there and covered a couple of NASCAR races as well. But did you what is that day like? Because it's a day where basically the entire infield is filled with people, all everywhere. But what's that like to be a part of that and to basically run a state meet on a 2 mile NASCAR track?
Yeah. It's definitely something that's super special. There's nothing like it probably in the world. No one's racing a cross country race on a NASCAR track. Um, we're lucky enough to be able to go there the day before and walk the course and really understand the in and out of the course. And when you're there, there's just something, there's just more energy in the air than any other cross country race. Everyone knows that this is it. There's more nerves. People are crying, and it just creates such a special experience that is really unreplicable. Um, and I'm just so thankful to be able to be a part of it.
Yeah. Finally, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you about that deal last week. You were also awarded Homecoming King last week. What was that like to get that?
Yeah, winning Homecoming King was incredible. I won it with my girlfriend.
Yep.
We've been dating for a long time, and it was an incredible experience for both of us. We're both just so thankful for the opportunity and to our classmates that voted for us. Um, and it was just an incredible experience that I'll definitely remember forever. And um, I just felt like it meant a lot to me and to my girlfriend, and it was awesome. So yeah,
Absolutely. All right, Tyler Langley, thank you so much for taking the time. We will talk to you soon, buddy.
thank you.